And Nistas, how are you today? Welcome back to the channel. Alright, I'm SavingsFashionista. She is I am her, and over here we do mainly things fragrances. There are times, well, I will switch it up and do a little bit of this or a little bit of that, but today we are here to do our weekly, sometimes bi-weekly edition of high-low fragrance cocktailing. So let's just get right into the content. So the first fragrance cocktail that I have been enjoying over the past week is starting with the Tom Ford Soleil Neige. This is the Tom Ford Soleil Neige body oil. This is not the fragrance, but I think the vibe that this oil is giving me, I do want to get the actual fragrance. Alright, so let's talk about the fragrance note. So let's be mindful of the way that I do things here. Normally in my fragrance cocktailings, I don't get really deep off into the performance of the fragrance or the throw and all that great stuff, which I think you guys are important enough to know that information. But this is just to give you an idea of how I mix my body care and fragrances together. Okay, so I will give you the fragrance notes as well as the fragrance accords, because the accords, that is almost like the cliff notes to how I pair my fragrances. Okay, because once you get that accord, you kind of like get a sense or a vibe of what you want to pair it with. All right, so this is the Soleil Neige. Now I'm assuming that the Soleil Neige body oil has the exact same fragrance notes as the Soleil Neige EDP. So this is information that I got from Fragrantia. Alright, so the fragrance notes are: top notes, bergamot, carrot seed. Middle notes, orange blossom, white flower, jasmine, rose, Turkish rose. The base notes are benzoin, vanilla, and labdanum. Alright, now the process that I do this with for it to give me a perfumey smell and vibe, what I do is I spray this onto my body when I get out the shower. Not dripping wet, but kind of like just blotting the water off you. Then I apply this. This is a shimmer. It's not a very heavy shimmer, but I like to shimmer. You know, I love to be and stay sparkly. So if you're not really off into shimmer, you might want to only do one layer. So what I do is I just go ahead and layer myself with this oil. The oil is really nice. The crystals or the glitter that they use in here, it must be some type of skin absorbent oil, because it just meshes so well into the skin. So I do that. Then I come in with my Grapefruit Frośe. Grapefruit Frośe is what I have been pairing this Soleil Neige with, along with another fragrance, but we'll talk about that on another day. So the Soleil Neige is my fragrance. This is what I'm using for my fragrance on these particular days. But this is my body care, the grapefruit and the Grapefruit Frośe. The fragrance notes in Grapefruit Frośe are sparkling grapefruit, frozen frosé, a sun splash of sugar. So then I go in with this. Alright, I let that sit for a while. Then I go back in with another layer of this. Now this is oil, body oil. Some people say body oil works just as good. Some people say it works better. But I want to make sure that this is serving as my fragrance. So I go back in with this. And then I just top it off with the fine fragrance mist. So let's talk about the main accords that are in the Soleil Neige body oil, or the Soleil Neige fragrance. You have white flower, amber, citrus, vanilla, powdery, warm, spicy, musky, and sweet. So you have your citrus and you have your sweet note. So this meshes very, very well. And because the Soleil Neige has that bergamot note in it, bergamot is a citrus, and I do believe that all citruses smell different, but I think grapefruit, without that sour aspect, bergamot to me is a cross between a lime and a grapefruit. All right, that's just my opinion. So that is the first fragrance cocktail that I have been enjoying. So let's get into the next fragrance. All right, my next fragrance cocktail is from Versace. This is the Versace Yellow Diamond, And I'm going to leave up top my 5 always have to have in my collection designer fragrances. So this is Versace, and the fragrance notes in Versace are Amalfi lemon, pear, bergamot, neroli, mimosa, freesia, water lily, African orange flower, and the base notes are musk, gaiac wood, and amber. Now you guys, it's a note in here that I don't particularly like, and I want to say it's the combination of that neroli and freesia. I don't care for it, but it likes me. When I initially spray this, I don't like what it serves. However, once it dies down into my skin and get acquainted with my DNA, it's like magic. This is by far one of the top most rated or complimented getting fragrances that I have owned. This is probably like bottle number 4. And I probably bought it just because people always say it smells so lovely on me. I mean, I've gotten tons of compliments on this. So this is the Versace Yellow Diamond. What I have been pairing it with, and I have totally been enjoying it, it's almost like, well, I'm going to tell you what vibe is creating for me. What comes to mind when I'm wearing this. So this is Bath and Body Works Margarita Cupcake. The fragrance notes are key lime, sunny citrus blossom, and whipped vanilla. So we got that. But you guys, when I pair all 3 of these together, I'm gonna tell you what vibe it's giving me. It's giving me really over the top sophisticated lady that likes to go into these little shops. Say for instance, if you were gonna have, you know, lunch at Tiffany's, it's giving me that vibe. And you go into these little sophisticated corner like crumpet and tea cake shops, and this, it's giving me what the bakery is serving, you know, like the sweet, sugary, unique type of pastry note. And this right here is giving me what the ladies smell like that are in there. I know that may sound weird. If you with me, give me a thumbs up, or just put some hearts, some yellow or orange hearts in the compliment if you feeling me. This is what these 3 smell like. So it's almost like you're getting the goodness of the venue that you're in, the atmosphere, the ambience, as well as the people who are in there, if that makes sense. So this is what this has been giving me. This is so good together. Like I said, it's one of my crowd pleaser favorites. I do like it too once it meshes in, but it's something, and I want to say it's probably that neroli that I'm just not vibing with, but I have really been enjoying that fragrance cocktail as well. So you guys, I want to thank you so much for coming back to the channel. Please check out the playlist above. I think this is fragrance cocktail number 10. So we're in the double digits now, but if you want to catch up and look at the ones prior to this one, just hit that card up top. It will give you the playlist. I will also link, or I have linked the video that talks about my 5 all-time designer fragrances. So thank you again from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate you more than I probably could ever express to you. Thank you so very much, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And do not forget, you, yes you are great. Bye-bye.